Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited to share today's guest, Arpan Patel, who's someone who's really cracked the code on building wealth through real estate investing without relying entirely on his own money. So Arpan Patel is the founder of Flip and Freedom Academy. He's not only built a successful real estate investing business, he's also teaching others how to get in the game and win to do the same. If you're looking for deal flow, leverage, and real talk on creating financial freedom, this is an interview you won't want to miss. So thank you for joining us here
Yeah, thanks
today.
for having me on.
And just to kick things off, how did you get started in real estate investing?
Well, I graduated college during the crash and wasn't really a lot of opportunities for jobs. I mean, I got flew around all across the nation and no one's hiring. So came back home. My best friend from middle school was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, Matt, what'd you end up doing?" He's like, "Oh, I did either two flips and a rental or two rentals and a flip. I forget which one he did." And I go, "You did that?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, no, no, for real. You did that?" He's like, "Yes." And I was like, I go, well, if you can do it, I can do it. He's like, you're a prick. I go, well, like, we'll do it together. That's
I
the way it
love that.
started. Yeah.
And so now, like, what's your process now for like identifying an opportunity or finding like a high potential real estate deal? Like, what's your criteria?
Yeah, look, on the flip side, it's gotta make us at least 40K and be somewhat comparable with the amount of rehab. If we up to 100 grand, we want to make dollar for dollar profit to rehab. And then if it's above that, then, if it's 200 grand rehab, we're okay making 100. So it really depends on what your numbers are. And it really depends on the type of market you're in. So that's what numbers that work here in Chicago. But depends on where you are in the country.
Okay, that's really interesting. And are there any habits or systems you have to stay ahead? Like, where are you watching for the listings and scannings? Are you working with realtors or um,
Yeah, like a little known thing that people don't know about is the fact that, at least for our local market, like Redfin gets you faster notifications than the MLS does.
wow, Redfin?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you put your deal criteria into Redfin, let's say you run your numbers that you know what works in your town. There's a lot of ways to figure that out, by the way. Like some of it is math work, some of it is like asking people in your area, like that kind of stuff, watching trends, that kind of thing. But overall, once you figure out what your criteria is, it's actually pretty useful to put in Redfin and have it send you searches so you can be the fastest person on it versus the MLS.
Oh, that's really interesting and a great tip. So
Yeah.
like, why don't you tell us about a time that you landed a major deal and you used a lot of leverage, like somebody else's money, whether that was a short flip or a long-term hold. And what did you learn about selling the opportunity, like, and how you can apply that to entrepreneurship in general?
The first time or the last time?
How about your best one? The one's coming top of
I
mind
mean,
for you.
we pretty much all of our deals we don't raise money for, or pretty much all of our deals we don't have any of our money in it. So our money is kind of like a safety valve. That's how we treat it. So we raise all the money every time from everybody else. So literally every time we do a deal, it's that way.
Oh, that's like really exciting because I know you're transitioning into coaching and helping other people to get in the game now. So when it comes to somebody with no experience, it sounds like you've really hacked this if you're not even using any of your own money, right? What's the
Yep.
first thing you teach people when you're coaching them about finding and funding deals to get into this real estate flipping game?
Yeah, finding money is secondary. It's actually like the fourth main consideration. The top consideration is the deal you have. Like you got to know your numbers are good. Like if you're gonna buy for 100, put 100 in it, but it's worth 500 when you're done, you're gonna find money for that all day long. Like if I gave you the keys to a Lambo for 10 grand, would you not find the 10 grand? You probably ask one person. It's the same thing here. Like, if you have a great deal, you will find the money for it. If no one wants to fund your deal, some of it might be experience, but a lot of it could just be your deal.
Okay, so it might not be the best deal then. Might not. And so when you're talking about using other people's money, do you have like a pool of investors now that you work with? Is it banks? Like what kind of lenders are helping you fund your deals?
Yeah, if it's below 200, all costs involved, then we just go private. We just raise it from like one or a few individuals. If it's above 200, which is typically the case, then we go to like a institutional type lender, who does the majority of the money, and then we do a private for the minority. So like, right now we have a deal that we're buying for 330. We're putting about 230 in reno, and we're gonna sell it for 700 to 750.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah, and so that's the next deal. We're actually closing on it this week. And the money's all raised and everything's good. That deal, the primary hard money, like the first position lender, is gonna put in just about 300 on the purchase and all of the rehab. So we're raising private another 120 for the down payment, which is if you do the math, 33K, but also the closing costs and initial startup capital. So we raise money for the entire life cycle of the deal. And so then so that and if it were to go over budget or whatever, which tend sometimes happen, we put about 15% safety margin into the rehab anyway. So that 230 includes safety margin. But if it goes above or above that, then we start using our cash.
Well, that's good. So you do have a bit of contingency there. And then I guess over time, if you had enough successful flips, you have enough credit. Like, was it easier to get funding after you've done a few successful flips? Like, you have trust, you have some cash and equity. Like from a lending perspective, it gets a little bit easier the more seasoned you are and the better relationship you have with the bank. Or
Yeah, significantly. Like if you don't crash your dad's car the first time you take it out, you're probably more willing to get the dad's car again.
yeah, fair enough. Yep. Well, that's great.
Right.
So it's like just getting through those first few deals, having a few successful deals really sets you up for your future, right?
Yeah, and then give them a huge win. So we make a policy of overpaying our lenders every time. So if you sign up for like, if it's debt money they want, like a 12, 15%, whatever, we pay them 15, 18%. Do you know what I'm saying? We overpay everybody. So we get because we're really big about if we get a win, everyone should win. And if everyone wins together, then we'll just keep doing more of this. So that's kind of our perspective on that.
So now you've made it your mission to help others step into wealth building through real estate. What role do you think belief plays in both acquiring clients and closing real estate deals?
I mean, it's everything. You don't brush your teeth without thinking about it, right? Everything starts with a thought, right? Some of it might be autopilot, but a lot of it's just thought. And so if you don't think about it right, you'll never do it right. So something we teach a lot in the business is I'm only going to teach you the concept. I'm not going to teach you exactly what to say because you have to take the idea. It's going to come out of your mouth your way. If you think about it right, then whatever comes out is correct. It just didn't sound like me. But that's okay because you're not me. So we think we everything we do is about how we think, what philosophy behind it, and how we can like make that the easiest concept to for someone to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know in your coaching program, you go out of your way to make sure that people don't make some of those early learning mistakes that you did,
Oh
right?
yeah, like I mean I had a bridge partner one time. I didn't even have him sign personally for debt that I signed personally for. And when he walked away, what was I gonna do? So I was explaining that to my partner this morning. I was like, listen, we all signed it. Here's why. But here's, I mean, you know why, but like, here's the story behind it. And she goes, oh, yeah, why would you do that? I go, look, because I was dumb. Let me be dumb. Don't you be dumb if I'm around you. Like, let's just do this smart day one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already done all that, you know?
That's right. And I mean, at the end of the day, no matter anyone on their entrepreneurial journey, no matter what industry you're in, you will stumble a bit and make a few mistakes, but you're trying to help fast track those and not get hit with any of the obvious ones, right?
Yeah, like if you have the money to pay for solutions, you don't have a problem.
And there you go. So what does freedom look like for you now?
I mean, I just I mean, scaling what we're doing currently, so the core business, always adding more property, always looking for more resources, and then helping other people. So helping them see what they can really do as far as like with the amount of money they have, the amount of leverage is out there, the amount of deals that they have. This is all just arithmetic game. There's no hard math here involved, right? There's no calculus, right? So it's just like watching people get better has been like the whole thing. Like, even my partners, like I taught them the business last year, and watching them grow in this capacity has been like that's all I do is I just watch uh plants grow and I try and supply them the right water, the right soil, and the right lighting so that they can, grow to be what they want to be.
Well, that's really exciting that, you forged a successful path for yourself and now you're mentoring and coaching others to get in the same game. What's the number one piece of advice you'd give to somebody who's trying to get involved in the real estate game? Is it too late?
I
Are
w-
things too expensive? Like what's going on in the market? Like anything?
no, like the market's gonna be different every time. And so construction finance, acquisition and dispo, there's a kind of four areas, not in that order. Like every market will have a challenge in one of those four, maybe all four, right? And so let's say you think the market is crashing tomorrow. It's still worth doing the reps because that way you're better positioned. Because right now money's accessible, but deals aren't. So if you can find deals in this kind of market, then if the market crashes, then you have a ton of deals. But you'd have needed to learn the skills to raise the money, which you
Mhm.
can do better right now. So then when you need the skill, you have it. So the reps are never wasted, right? If you want to think about it that way, right? If you want to worry about like, oh, I'm going to time this market out, right? Like, okay, like try it. Most people just sat on the sidelines and they just use it as a procrastination tool. And then they didn't do it. And then now they're worried like, oh, I should have bought a house 5 years ago when it was 3%. Yeah, you should have. Like the only wrong time to get into real estate is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's great advice. Arpan, this was gold, from finding the right deals to helping others get in the game. You've really shown us how, mindset and systems and just getting out there and doing it can really come together. For anyone who's listening and wants to learn more, how can they connect with you and check out your Flippin' Freedom Academy?
Yeah, so if you guys want like the most people are just worried about the money, honestly, right? Like where do I find the money, this and that, right? Just find me on Instagram. I'm at Invest with Arpan, ARPAN, Invest with Arpan, and I'll send you just text me real quick, DM me money, and I'll send you like where I find money, how I find it, how I talk to what's the time cycle to actually get someone in your business to lend to you, what's it gonna take for them to lend to you? Like I'll give you everything. Yeah, so just DM me money and I'll send it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. And I will also add a link to your Instagram in the show notes below in the comments. So you can just go ahead and click on that profile and start your real estate investing career. So thank you so much for joining us here today, Arpan. And I look forward to following your exciting journey.
Cool. All right. Thanks again.